sweeties, I've decided to come by the radiator where it's nice and warm. If you hear a funny sound, that is Nibbles destroying her kitten castle. She's a Okay, so the story we are going to read today is The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. Let me close this at the bottom. Molly! Molly's back. Hello, Moss. Okay, The Most Magnificent Thing. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. Which one of these would be you? I think at the moment this is me. She makes things. He unmakes things. It sounds like Squish actually. I make the kitten castle and she chews it all up. One day the girl has a wonderful idea. She's going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way to get to work. Oh, that looks quite cool. Does that look like where we live, or does that look like somewhere else? Who can you see in the pictures? I can see a pussycat. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side, and her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and retches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong, she decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. Studies like looking very closely. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square, she makes it round, she gives it legs, she adds antennae. Look at all the different ones she's made. That's quite good. It's called trial and error, making lots of different ones. We sometimes do it in maths. She makes it fuzzy, she makes it long, short, round, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese, but none of them are magnificent. I think some of them are pretty good. What would you think a magnificent machine looks like? Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. So what's she done now? She's got really angry. She's got mad, she's got angry, maybe frustrated. Can you see above her head? It looks like a little tornado. Sometimes that's how I feel when I'm mad. I just feel like I could smash something. But the people over this side, the people right here, don't look like they think she's made anything bad. I think they look quite intrigued. So she is mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels little bits in, for her hands feel too big to work and her brain is too full of not right things. If only the thing would just work. It's quite grumpy. Crunch! The pain starts in her finger and it rushes to her brain and she explodes. It's not her finest moment. I'm not good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. Look, he's got his lead. Squish! She's chewing her kitten castle. It's not much help at first, but before long she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. So she looks a little bit overwhelmed, maybe overwhelmed and frustrated and just done on this first one. And as she goes along, as she takes her walk, it looks like her worries and her grumpies and angries just kind of settle down and float away. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shapes of another, the wheels to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. She likes a bit of everything. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure that there are no distractions. Can you see he's chasing away the squirrel? This one's all wet. This will stop that leak. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. The pair take a good long look. What do you think? It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The colour could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climbed aboard to take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. I think that's pretty good. So did you see that she started with lots of different things, something in her head, and she got quite frustrated, didn't she? What did she do when she got grumpy and frustrated? She smashed up all her hard work, didn't she? Once she took a step back, had a look at what she made, things actually don't seem that bad when you take a step back. So once you get yourself out of the situation and try something new. I hope you enjoyed our story today, and I will see. Oh, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye, you twos.